God. Ask God.
Hey Scott, this is Ryan from Arizona. First off, I just want to say thank you for what you're doing. Your show is so well produced, and your subject matter knowledge on doing private label Amazon is just so impressive, and your generosity in providing that knowledge to us, I can't thank you enough. I had a question about having a private website. I'm not sure if you covered this in an earlier episode, but I know when I'm shopping on Amazon, oftentimes I will do a Google search for the brand name and see if they have their own separate website, kind of like you said, with social proof, just to make sure that they're a legitimate company. Do you have a private website? And if so, when did you decide to make that a part of your business? And also, do you just direct people back to Amazon, or is it strictly informational? Thank you for your time, and I'm looking forward to the next episode.
Hey Ryan, what's up, man? From Arizona, huh? Hot there. Man, it's hot. My buddy lives there, so I know it's really hot. He loves it. I would probably like it too, but I don't think you get the humidity as much. Thanks for the question. Thanks for the feedback. Again, I really do appreciate that. You're getting something from what I'm putting out there. I mean, it means everything. So I appreciate that. And it's funny because your question kind of tied into the last question that I just answered, kind of by reinvesting. But I don't think that I would focus on having that website, built until I figured out everything else, meaning you have steady sales, you have reviews. I don't think that you putting a website out there for the people that might be like you that are going to go and kind of see that they have a website and then to kind of get that social proof thing. I don't think that's as necessary as focusing on getting reviews, getting pay-per-click in line, getting that tweaked, getting all of that stuff, and just getting consistent sales. I think you're better off to focus on that and then focus on the website stuff later. Is that important? Yes, I believe that having a website when the time is right is important, because you're right. It does give you, proof that you're a company, and it also gives a great place or a great, piece of property there, a real estate on the, on the internet that allows people to come to your site and maybe even find you through Google eventually. I mean, again, we talked about in the last question that I answered about reinvesting, that reinvestment might be building a website and then taking money every single month and hiring someone to write content for that blog or that website. So this way here, you can start over time organically generating traffic from Google or Yahoo or Bing or any of those. So there is a time for it. It's just in the beginning, depending on where you are, I don't believe that that's the time. Now, if you're trying to get into certain categories, that may be a necessity. Also, if you're trying to do brand registry, if you're trying to get your brand registered, you will need a generic website. But a generic website, you can put one of those up yourself, or you can have someone on Fiverr do it really inexpensively, just to kind of satisfy the needs that you'll have to have for getting that stuff approved and all of that. So those are just some things to think about. But if you're doing it for social proof, for people that come to that product to go, I want to see what this company's all about. I'm going to go see and search their brand. I'm going to go do this. You're not going to get, I don't believe you're going to get people, a ton of people, versus if you just focused on people that are internally inside of Amazon buying, and then they're just going to click buy. I think that you're better off to focus on getting the reviews for that social proof. That social proof is huge, and also focusing on getting the keywords or your product to rank for keywords by using pay-per-click, and then organically start ranking for those keywords. That's where your time should be spent in the beginning until you get consistent sales. That's what I would focus on every single day to really refine that and tweak it. The website stuff can come, but that's what I would do. If you're at the stage now where the last question I just answered, he was at that stage, well, then you want to take some of that money and start reinvesting that and putting it back into the business and spend money on having a website done and having all of that, SEO juice start coming from content that you can create around your particular market. And it's funny, I talked about this on a recent scope that I did. I did a session where we were talking we were talking about a lot of stuff, but this came up more or less about, is Periscope even for people that sell products on Amazon? And the thing is is any of these social channels aren't necessarily great for, hey, come on, buy my product. But what it is it's good to, find a market or an audience that wants your product or that could use your product or is interested in something about your product. So if you sell a garlic press, you might do a Periscope where you're going to be, or any content for that matter, where you're teaching people how to cook Italian meals. And then you're using your garlic press and you're using your spatula and you're using all of the things that go, the bowls and, all of this stuff, the pasta press or whatever, right? All of this stuff that goes into making that meal, you would be using your products. And by doing that, you're going to have a following because people are going to follow you regardless if they buy your stuff, but because they're interested in Italian meals. So that's just a good example of showing you how you can use social media to sell products without really having to go out there and sell your products, if that makes sense. So anyway, I hope that that's answered your question, and good luck to you. And I really do appreciate the question. So if you guys want to submit a question, head over to theamazingseller.com/ask, and you can do that. I want to also, again, remind you guys, if you're brand new and this is your first time to the show, I want to welcome you. I love hanging out with you guys. This is just awesome to be able to virtually connect like this. And that's why I love the Ask Scott sessions. But if you are brand new and you're just getting your feet wet and you don't understand the entire process, the entire business model, I would recommend attending one of my live free workshops. This is where I break it down for you in 5 phases: how to pick a market and a product, how to source it, how to do a pre-launch, how to do a launch, how to promote the product, and everything in between. We go over that on a workshop, and we go through every single thing. We also do live Q&A. So if you want to attend one of them, I would love to invite you to the next one, and you can register for the next one by heading over to theamazingseller.com/workshop, and you can register there for an upcoming workshop. Well, hey there. Thank you so much for listening to that episode of Ask Scott. Now, that was just a highlight from one of our full episodes where I generally answer 3 to 4 questions on a podcast. If you want to go back and listen to all of the past archives of not just the Ask Scott session, but all of the full episodes where I do interviews with top Amazon sellers, people starting from scratch and building a business, if you want to listen to any of those episodes, head over to theamazingseller.com, and you can find all of that over there. You can also find details there on how you can ask your own question and get it aired on an upcoming Ask Scott session, and possibly see it here on YouTube or just on the podcast. All right, so definitely head over to theamazingseller.com. There's tons of resources over there for you to be able to build your e-commerce and Amazon business, so definitely go check that out. Now, I just wanted to remind you one thing before I let you go. There's a lot of information out there, and some of it is really, really good. What I want you to remember is you have to not just consume the information, you have to actually apply that information. So take this information that you learned here today and apply it to your business, and this way here you can get results. As my shirt says, I wear it almost daily. Take action. We'll see you guys.